Thank you very much, honorable members. Thank you very much, honorable members. The meeting is officially opened. I wish to welcome everyone in the meeting, the honorable members, the officials, the backup support, and whoever has joined, whether it's stakeholders, as observers, and all other people who have joined this meeting. It shouldn't be a long meeting. We wish a speedy recovery to those that were not well. I know for a fact that even Kate was not well, Mama Jane was not well, and I will know for a fact that also Anastasia has not yet recovered, but she always joins our meeting wherever she is because she prioritizes her work. Thank you very much, honorable members. This shouldn't be a long meeting, honorable members. Remember, we are going to deal with the redrafting and also deal with section 24 that was outstanding, because section 21 we have agreed that will come to the next phase as agreed in the meeting. Can I get the indication of Ogani flight, the agenda, Lindy?
Thank you very much, Chair. Good morning, Chair and members.
Morning.
Stakeholders with us, I'll quickly share the agenda of today's proceedings. Here we go, Chair. Today is Friday, 24th of June. We are scheduled a follow-up meeting to consider and adopt the A-list. Chair, this is the agenda as it stands.
Thank you very much, Lindy. Item 1 has been dealt with. Therefore, we are on item 2, Lindy. That is the roll call. Thank you.
Okay, Chair. Okay, Chair. Thank you very much, Chairperson and members. I wish to confirm the following members in today's meeting. We have member Mvana, we have member Pilankulu, we have member Masango, we have member Motaung, we have member Manganye, we have member Fanda Merve, we have member Abrahams, we have member Priet, we have member Stock, we have member Sukers. I don't know if any member joined while I was busy with other activities. If maybe I omitted, they can just indicate so. So these are the members I've only managed to capture while I was looking at the participants list, Chair. This is confirmation that we are a quorum, and then we can take decision in this meeting. Thank you very much, Chair.
Thank you, Lindy. Thank you very much. Is there anyone who hasn't been acknowledged by Lindy? If it is the case, we will hear her, or you will see the hand, so we'll be registered.
Good morning, Chair.
Morning.
I don't know, maybe I missed out because I was having a problem with the network, but I'm available.
Yes, I think we have acknowledged the way Lindy has acknowledged you.
No, thank you.
I even wish you the speedy recovery. We know I have made mention of your name, Jane, Anastasia, who are not well enough, but are prioritizing the work of the people, because this is the work of the people that they have sent us to attend. Thank you very much, Honorable Kate.
No,
seemingly there's still none. If they join, we will see them by show of hands that they have joined the meeting. It's freezing, honorable members, throughout the country. It's gonna snow, and even the network is not good. The load shedding started as early as 6 a.m. In our area, it started here about 8 o'clock. I know for a fact people might get technical glitches. But if you manage to join or indicate to the chat so that we know that you are part and parcel of the meeting, it's only the challenge that you can't do anything about it. Thank you ever so much, those that have managed to get into this meeting. It's a difficult period, but because really we prioritize everything as members and officials. Then Lindy, the next item is apologies. I don't understand what is this that is appears on me.
Sorry.
Apologies.
Sorry, Chair, we, from the committee side, received an apology from Member Opperman, who indicated that she won't be with us today due to prior engagements. So I only have that apology, Chair.
Chairperson, good morning.
Morning.
How are you, Chair?
I'm good, surviving under the freezing cold.
I know, it's freezing. Chairperson, I just wanted to report that I'm hosting a workshop, unfortunately, which started yesterday. So I will try and stay in the meeting as long as I can, but I think by 11 or before 11, I would have to move out. My apologies.
Thank you very much, Lizelle, for that courtesy. Anyway, by that time, in my thinking, will be done. Thank you ever so much and have a good time with your workshop. Good luck.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you.
Can we then proceed, honorable members, to the officials? Remember, we do have them. I don't know today who has joined, Lindy.
Is Aso Isabella, Mr. Ndaba, Chairperson Member Maret just joined while I'm speaking from the committee member MP's attendance. I think maybe Kumbula Ndaba would be able to confirm other members who are in attendance from the department, and also Advocate Nchochisa is also here, Chair. They can just speak for themselves as to who's here.
Okay. Over to you, Mr. Ndaba.
Good morning, Chairperson. Thank you very much. Good morning, honorable members. Yes, indeed, we are all here except for the DG and the Deputy Minister and Minister. But all other members, including Chochis and Advocate Ladla, are in the meeting.
Thank you very much for that. No, I don't think, apologies, most it's the two members, that is a minister and the deputy minister. Mr. Ndaba?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
We wish them a good time wherever they are, knowing that they are doing the work of our committee and the government. Thank you very much. Then, as I have promised, that this gonna not be long because there were few things that we have to just finalize them and recraft them and come back and also have an understanding and consensus on clause 24. Can I first give over to Lindy to give us the line of march for this meeting so as not to go in circles and around, at least by really level, as I have promised you, Honorable Lizelle, that you will be forgiven and you'll be excused, but we will be done, all of us. It's Friday and it's freezing and network is not good. Others are not well enough, so we don't have to really waste any time. Lindy, over to you. I'm preparing you to be ready. Or before that, Lindy, let's adopt this
Agenda.
meeting. This agenda, let's adopt it because it's only one item. Consideration and adoption. And then it's deliberation as usual. I don't know how will be the deliberations after we have adopted it, but maybe if anyone wants to say something, wishing us well and congratulate us in terms of the work that was not easy for us. Then closing or closure. Can we see whoever is? Marie?
Yes, Chair.
Oh, you are present. Let's
Yes,
acknowledge you, but you have been mentioned, you have been made mention that you are present. Okay, Marie?
Chair, I am not sure if I've received the correct documents, because there are two issues that I just wish to raise. The one being that the decision on Wednesday, was my understanding, that all the deliberations or proposals would be included into the draft for consideration today. That's the one thing. The second is that we have not received the documents up until now. As the meeting opened, I actually received in my email the A list, and none of the deliberations, it doesn't reflect any of the deliberations or the proposals that members has put forward. And my concern is, Chair, that we have not had 48 hours to consider any of the documents, or even this meeting. We haven't received 48-hour notice. Now, I realize that we are under pressure in terms of doing, dealing with the foster care bill, but I think it should be noted that the bill itself does not stop the fact that, that in November that the foster care orders are lapsing. It does not. It deals with the medium and long-term solution. So, in fact, the reason I'm bringing that up is because when we consider the parliamentary process and the issues that I've just raised, that is a concern for me. I want to say that there is no reason for us to abscond process at all. So my first question then is about, are we in a position now to deliberate on anything that members has not even seen, documents that has just arrived, and then on top of it, that does not have any of the other deliberations or proposals that has been made? Thank you, Chair.
Okay. We were gonna give Lindy to explain what is it that is taking place, but your concern have been noted. Then if it is the case, we understand what we are saying. Yes, of course, maybe Lindy is going to get into the detail and depth of it, because it was on Wednesday when we agreed about this meeting to continue. Of course, the written invitation is supposed to be with us. Okay. Can I also give over to Honorable De Hang?
Thank you very much. A very good morning to all honorable members on the platform, the officials from Parliament and the department, and all other stakeholders that have joined us. Chairperson, I think I agree with what my honorable colleague, Marie Sukas, have just indicated. Indeed, we have just received the information, all of us, but you know what I wanted to propose with the greatest of respect, and I don't think, I don't want some honorable members to perceive my proposal as a bullying tactic or something. And that's why when I start, I say, with the greatest
recording in progress.
With the greatest of respect, I want to put a proposal, but partially I agree with what Honorable Sukas was raising in terms of receiving the notice, how we're going to deliberate. So the proposal that I want to submit to the meeting is that, why don't we allow the meeting to proceed so that we get a presentation from the department, and then as honorable members, we check and then we cross-reference as to see whether the proposals that were made in the last meeting, they have been effected in the document. And then if we are satisfied and then all those amendments are there and we deliberate, we are satisfied, then we can take a decision whether we adopt or we don't adopt. There's a first proposal that I want to make. And then if it comes to a point also, secondly, if it comes to a point that at the end of the presentation, honorable members feel their proposal have not been captured in the document, so their views were not considered, then we can apply our mind as a portfolio committee to say, in light of the late notice that we've received the meeting, the document, and then also because of we have received the presentation and all the proposals that we made in the meeting are not being affected. What is it that we are saying? Then we can determine whether we're going forward or we're going backwards. That's what I wanted to submit and make a proposal. Because why I'm raising that, Honorable Chairperson, is that we might say we have received the notice late. All of us, we know, I think we agree on that one. We received the A list just now, shortly before we got into the meeting. But when we get the presentation, we might be covered in terms of all the proposals that we have proposed in the last meeting. So the issue of whether we received the notice now or whether we received it in time or late, it might not suffice in terms of my own view if we are covered about the proposals that we've made, because I think the issue that brought the matter to be deferred to today is the fact that there were different proposals, so we had to see where can we accommodate each other in terms of the proposal, and we requested for more time to apply our mind. So I just wanted to make the submission with the greatest of respect. Honorable Chair, I submit. Thank you.
I'm sorry, I haven't unmuted myself. Thank you very much, Honorable Stock. And then I can see that there are other hands. Otherwise, we have noted that and we really understand because the agenda has just arrived yesterday, which the 48 hours that has been made mentioned by Honorable Lizelle, Sukers. Then let's proceed whether to see to continue with the meeting or not to continue. But what is Honorable Stock is saying, I wanted to say so, but I didn't want to first say that. So let's give all other honorable members to have a bite on this and then reach a consensus. Honorable Lizelle, it's you, and then Honorable Alex and Honorable Bridget.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. Thank you for the opportunity. I've heard my two colleagues before me and also wanted to raise the same issues. I think, in fact, when we met on Wednesday and decided on Friday, I don't think we actually considered that it might be a bit of a short time frame, considering that we also resolved that we wanted to give our inputs. And so I think we obviously then didn't allow for the 48 hours because we still needed to give our inputs, and some of our inputs we only submitted to our committee secretary yesterday, well, in my case. And when I'm looking now at the document, I can see that my suggestions were not included. So I'm thinking that it was probably because it was sent to the drafters late. And therefore, I'm wondering, Chairperson, what if there's not any changes reflected that we had suggested, whether there would be any merit to continue with the meeting, because I think maybe we should have given the drafters more time to consider our suggestions, inputs, and guidance. And so I'm wondering then, Chairperson, whether it wouldn't be better for us to allow them to consider the inputs that we sent yesterday or the day before, and then possibly look at whether we can't just start a little bit earlier on Tuesday to continue with the process, on Wednesday to continue with the process. But that would be my submission, because I think the document that we might be dealing with today doesn't contain some of our suggestions. If I'm having a quick look at it, of course, it's a bit difficult to have a look at it now. So that would be my submission. Thank you, Chair.
Okay, the next one was Alex.
Yes,
Thank you very much, Lizelle. And then we'll be followed by Bridget. And then I see also the hand of Lady Shea. Sure.
Yes,
In that
thank you.
sequence.
Yes, thank you, Chairperson, and good morning to everybody on the platform. So, Chairperson, my concerns are the same. And, you know, Chair, if Lindy Flight's the documents received this morning, we can clearly see on the top of the headline. Honorable Aries, you need to mute. Then we can clearly see that the editing of this last document took place on Wednesday, the 22nd, at 13 hours and 52 minutes. And that doesn't correlate to the message we received on our WhatsApp group to say that the drafters are still busy with the document at 1900 hours. So therefore, Chairperson, I don't even believe that this is the correct documents before us if the time stamp on the documents are so incorrect. So therefore, Chairperson, I'd like to support the proposal that the drafters and the legal eagles please go back and to also then have a look at all of our considerations. And
no, it's fine, let me sit at the back. Fine, let me sit at the back.
Honorable Aries, you're not muted.
Oh, my humble apologies, sorry.
And then come back to us on all of our recommendations. So, Chair, I'd just like to point those timestamps out to you. Thank you.
Thank you. The next one was Honorable Masango.
Thank you, Chairperson. In agreeing and supporting the proposals that have been put forward by colleagues from Honorable Sukers, Honorable Stock, and later on Honorable Fanemeve, depending on what we will agree upon hereafter. I would just also like to add that the maybe what is sitting between us and this meeting now is what the secretary is going to say will happen, and maybe even the parliamentary legal advisors are going to let us know whether they were able to actually incorporate the proposals that we made into the document. But what my final analysis, Chair, as a contribution to this meeting is that we must try and not to sacrifice the purpose of this whole meeting and the documents before us because of trying to be hurried by the fact that we don't have time in our program, in that we compromise the product that we are working on, because I know that we don't want to be that committee that was seen to have delayed this thing after 11 years. But I also know that the very reason for this document being before us now is a crisis that we are dealing with. So I really would like to, for us to give, my proposal is that we give the secretary and the parliamentary advisors, as the chairperson has said, to outline to us what it is that is going to happen today and what has happened if they were able to look at the proposals that we made, however late they may have been for their processes, and then to take it from there. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Masango. Honorable Aris.
Good morning, Chair. Thank you very much, Chair. And first and foremost, I would like to apologize for, locking in late, but I was having a doctor's appointment. Chair, I think I want to concur
And
with
also apologize for not mute your gadget.
Yeah, sorry for that as well. I'll apologize for everything that I was doing wrong, Chair. But yes, thanks. I think I concur with my colleagues The most important thing is we need to give justice to this legislation. And in order for us to do so, I would really like to support the colleagues of what they were saying, before me. And I fully agree that we must really look at, that we maybe, as Liesel was proposed, postpone the meeting so that we have sufficient time to go through the documents. I also noted the concerns of the colleagues that some of the inputs are not in the document. So really to bring justice to this piece of legislation, we ask you, Chairperson, to really consider this proposal. Thank you, Chair.
Honorable members, if we are saying, let's defer this document to the maybe next meeting, which will be on Wednesday. And you are also saying that your other inputs are not here. In fact, they are not covered yet, or they are not covered the way that you think they are supposed to cover it. How are you going to know, and how will we know that what is it that is not covered if we postpone this meeting? Otherwise, it's not a train smash for us to postpone this meeting of today, looking at the 48 hours that has been mentioned, looking at the late invitation that has arrived after we have agreed of the meeting. Now, as a person, I don't have a problem to defer it, but it will come as it is next week, and we have to go back again and look at it. But if we were going to continue with the meeting and look at those things, but I will rely on members on how are they going to say this. But most of you were all agreeing and seconding one another. But Honorable Masango made a mistake by saying she also goes in line with Honorable Stock, because Honorable Stock was of the opinion that I'm even mentioning in terms of why don't we continue with the meeting as we agreed, and also look at what is it that you think it's not agreeable and it's not covered the way you wish. Honorable Stock was saying so. All other members were saying, let's defer it. The document has arrived. We agree, and it has really arrived very late. So we might as well postpone the meeting. Oh, I see the hand of Honorable Bridget Masango and Honorable Deha. Or is it the old hand, Honorable Bridget?
Yes, Chair, it was the old hand, but
okay.
You don't want me to clarify what I was saying? I'm agreeing.
Okay, you can.
I wanted to say that what I was agreeing about, the part of what Honorable Stock was saying that I wanted to agree with, is the one of the parliamentary legal advisors outlining or even letting us know why in writing we don't see our proposals, or if they were incorporated in any way. I just didn't want for us to have met and then not use any of the minutes that we have met here today, and so that we know going away, because if we go away and we still come back and what we see in the documents is the same thing, then we still don't have our proposals taken care of. But I was saying, can they not air the challenges that they have faced in terms of, did they receive the documents too late to incorporate, and what is happening behind the scenes in terms of our proposals being incorporated? That was the part that I believe Honorable Stock did mention in one of his proposals. But if I didn't hear it right, then Chair, I withdraw that. Thank you so much.
Oh, withdraw, rather. You rather withdraw, because the reality of the matter, look, Honorable Masango, it will be the meeting, because we'll definitely have to continue with the meeting and then look at it on which parts should we defer. That's what Honorable Stock was saying. So if you say you are in line with it, it's fine. And if you withdraw, it's fine even that way. Alex, your hand is up. And then I'm going to give Honorable Stock. Because, Honorable members, let's not just look at the way that these things have happened. I agree, let's not compromise this act by rushing and rushing. I agree with you. I agreed even previously. We must make it a point that, excuse me, everything has been gone well for the legacy that we leave behind. But if we have to defer this and postpone this meeting, let's allow that to happen, honorable members.
Thank you, Chairperson.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chairperson. So Chairperson, I, for one, would actually, what I said still stands, but I, for one, would actually like to hear from the legal advisors what did transpire so that we can do things better. Did they get it too late? What is the process that will go next? Because we're going to come back on Wednesday and then we're going to ask the same questions, leaving here, not hearing from the legal advisors what transpired. And, you know, Chairperson, I don't know about everybody else on the meeting, but I had to cancel things to be here on this meeting. And I'm in the moeilikheid with my party for canceling things. So at least I can leave this meeting knowing what transpired and what can we expect from the legal advisors when we arrive here on Wednesday, so that this meeting then is not for absolutely nothing. And I didn't cancel my whole day for nothing, Chairperson. So that is my proposal, that we at least hear from them what transpired and what can we expect when we come back here on Wednesday.
Honorable Abrams, you are with me of saying let's proceed with the meeting. Everyone has cancelled things and his things. Like myself, I've got a grant who is going into the initiation school. You know, in the culture on how that consumed a lot of time. So if we continue with this meeting, because the first and the most, we said Lindy must also give us what has happened in terms of what you are raising, honorable members. So allow us not to go forward and go backward, honorable members, because this meeting, even if we defer things or we refer things to go back and look at it, we should continue with the meeting, honorable members.
Chair, I must clarify. I think you're misunderstanding me, Chair. I think you're misunderstanding me, so I must clarify. I'm not saying continue with the meeting as per the agenda. I'm saying at least afford the legal team an opportunity to tell us the process. So I'm not agreeing to continue with the meeting as per the agenda. I just want to hear from them what had happened in terms of process, to give them that opportunity. That's what I'm saying.
Honorable Alex, it can't happen to allow the legal advisors before Lindy gonna give us these processes on how are we going to follow and what has happened with all what you have raised in terms of why the agenda is sent late, why 48 hours is not met. Then follow the legal advisors.
Okay.
Honorable Stock.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chairperson. I think I am persuaded by my colleagues as well. From a principal point of view, in terms of the 48-hour notice, I mean, we know it's part of the rules of the National Assembly, and it also applies to the sitting of the committees, and then as well as the HTC processes. So with regard to that, I'm also persuaded because earlier on I indicated as well that indeed to confirm what I think it's Honorable Marisukas was saying about the 48-hour notice. So I agree in principle with that. So, Honorable Chair, I wanted to submit now that we defer the meeting. We defer this item to the next meeting. Maybe we start earlier on Wednesday, and then we allow all the legal team, both Parliament, Department, to do their work. And then when they come back to us on Wednesday, they present the whole A list, the amendments and all of that, then we can deliberate. Because I don't think it's going to be fair now to say, let's allow the legal people to tell us what is the process and all of that, whilst we are saying the product that they are supposed to present before us, we have not even yet applied our mind on it fully, and it does not comply in terms of the 48-hour notice. So I think Honorable Chair, I agree with those that are saying let's defer to next Wednesday. Let's allow everybody to do their work, come back to us, give us the document right in time so that we prepare for the meeting. Then we can submit all our issues in the meeting. Thank you very much, Honorable Chair.
Thank you very much, Honorable Stock. I think you withdraw in terms of let's continue with the meeting also. But the reality of the matter, Honorable Sugels from the onset raised that their whatever else submissions are not already in the document. And other honorable members seconded that they are not inserted the way that they wish. So why don't we have to waste another time by allowing it to happen whilst we have agreed that let's defer it to Wednesday, give the 48 hours, the document is with them, and also they have submitted whatever that they needed to submit, all those things, and give the legal advisors time. It seems as if really by saying we think we will be done by Friday and everything will be in place, it's not in place. Then let's call the meeting off now. Honorable, I see the hand of Honorable Kate. Honorable Kate.
No, thanks, Chairperson. I don't have any contrary view as far as deferring the meeting is concerned. But I also wanted to say there are honorable members who were saying they don't see their submissions in the report so far. Maybe they can put whatever they wanted to put and send it to Lindy in time, maybe today. But what I wanted to propose, Chair, the issue of having meeting every Wednesday, meanwhile we're on recess, to me, really, in some of our constituency area offices, we're not doing well. And that is the day that we have set aside to say we are going to do something. But the issue of the whole of our recess, the Wednesdays now will put it for social development, to me is something else. Why can't we have another time? Because we're on recess. Parliament knows that we are on recess now. Even if we did apply for that, but why can't we come up with another time? Or sometimes we have our meeting in the evening, because it's like today, we postponed something, but now we are postponing the meeting. I'm not against that since there is something that makes us to postpone it. But the issue of having meeting every Wednesday, I'm against that. Or sometimes we won't be able to attend because even our organization do need us to be on the ground on Wednesdays. So to me, it's unfair. Why can't we come up with something? We're still here, all of us. Why can't we agree on another time? Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Kate. You know what? Even in the evenings, if I am in the village myself, we won't have the network. And this has been raised by, I think one day by Honorable Alex, by saying that we are on recess, and we are supposed to be on the constituencies, and our organizations are fighting with us. Even when we are applying for for holding these meetings, I don't think it's fair even for the chair of chairs to allow us to have this. But because he knows that we've got time frames to meet in terms of these bills, it is unfair for us, honorable members, not to really prioritize and grace these things and understand the circumstances and situations that we're in. But I think I like what Honorable Kate has said in terms of let's agree on this, on how are we going to do and how are we going to meet, because really these things of Wednesday, I have to go back to the village. I might not have even that network in the evening. It is as well, someone will also check this meeting. Thanks. I heard Honorable Stock that he has withdrawn in terms of proceeding because he could see that not everyone is for continuing with this short meeting that I thought it's going to be short. Honorable Jane's hand is up.
Thank you very much, and morning to my colleagues. I wanted, when we take decision, when we change time, we shouldn't rush like the way we rushed last time. We say Friday, all of us, we agree. Now we go back to and fro. Today, we need to check that evening that we are is proposed. Sometimes we are staying in the rural of the rural, not these urban areas that most of you are from. Let's take it. If the network cut us, it's not a problem. Let's proceed. Even sometimes we need to prioritize, even Saturday, if it comes to a push. But today, I'm not going to comment about time, but I wanted people to commit themselves. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Jane. There was a proposal of a meeting. I would like to see, okay, those are the old hands. I think Kate is the old hand. And then Masukats, is it the new hand?
Yes, Chair, it's a new hand, Chair.
Okay, let's hear you and then come up to the conclusion, because there was already a proposal on this
Chair.
thing.
Chair, I wanted to clarify and to accept the proposal. And the reason for that, Chair, is I brought up the 48-hour to say this. I fully agreed with us because all of us are under the, how do I put it? We are under the, the commitment that we've made in order to not, delay the issues around the bill. It's important to all of us. But I brought it up because of the issue of application of mind, proper application of mind. And my concerns are around that. I have raised it several times in the committee. And so the issue around the 48 hours had to do with the fact that we don't have the paperwork. We didn't have it. And it came through. And now I understand it was the wrong one. So I'm clarifying that point. And at the same time, I am saying that if we are not able to see what the deliberations has been on Wednesday and the considerations in order for us to then make a decision to conclude the work on the A list, then, it is the proposal that we, then we must move it. And it is not something that sits with the committee. It's something that, like Honorable Alexander said, let us understand what are the challenges when we are pushing meetings for the back team, the support staff. Are we putting them under undue pressure so that the delays happen with documents and that? And I think it is important for us to hear them because we need to be considerate of their pressures and challenges. So it is just those three things. One, clarifying. Second, to support what Honorable Alexander said. If there are challenges, then the support and the legal team must let us know so that we have an understanding of that. And then thirdly, that because of the fact that we're not properly able to apply ourselves, which is the most important element of this whole issue of postponement, then we, of course, must postpone. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Thank you, Alex. Can we give over to Lindy to explain this postponement, because we have to postpone the meeting? Lindy?
Good morning, Chair and members. I just profusely apologize for the connectivity challenges because I've been in and out and I couldn't hear some of the comments. Members, I just want to apologize for the confusion caused because the CREDA, the company that typeset our documentation, sent the document this morning late. So the document you had is an incorrect one. There is a document with the amendments as proposed. I would send it, and I don't have any objections to the postponement, and then it will allow members sufficient time to apply their mind as to check whether what they propose is effected on the new document. So I'll just email the document as soon as possible with the correct information where all the inputs that were made by members are incorporated. I just wanted also to clarify that the input that that will be in the A list is the input that all members agreed on during the proceeding, but it's a matter of giving the drafters the exact wording and the exact phrases where they need to incorporate in the A list. So the document is readily available. They will be verified by the legal people, and then we'll send you the correct document for consideration next week, Chair. So that's all my input from my side. I don't know whether Mjengane from the drafting perspective, he would want to also comment as to what are the pressures or challenges they are facing as the drafters.
Thanks, Lindy. There's no need for Mjengane. In any case, you have explained as the secretary what happened. And what the honorable members were saying is that the document is not the same, it's a wrong one. You have apologized for that. Can we agree to sacrifice the next Wednesday, the last next Wednesday? Because I know for a fact that we have also to allow Lindy a time for her to apply for this meeting. Can we, in terms of the deliberations and the discussion, allow Lindy to give us a notice of the meeting as early as Monday for Wednesday, and then we continue with this, and then members must make sure that they read the document, which Lindy is saying that it's available for now. It was not available before. She is apologizing. And also we all understand that what was said by Honorable Sugans from the onset. Thank you very much, honorable members. I think the meeting needs to be adjourned for next week, Wednesday. Can we request and persuade our organizations? I don't know how and how is it going to happen, but let's try to have at least this meeting for that A list and also deliberate on that clause 24 that we left and said that people need to put their minds and work on it and check whether are we agreeing or what. Can I adjourn the meeting and thank everyone in the meeting and thank the officials for their time, understanding everybody left everything for the meeting. The meeting is adjourned. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you,
Thanks.
Chair.
Thanks. Oh, Mutawungu Sihlobo
Thank you,
sethu.
Chair.
Thank you very much. Get well soon, sis. Thanks, sis. Thank you. Close the meeting, Lindy, for all of us. Meet on Wednesday, 9:30 as we use. And yeah, and thank you. Legal advisors, do your work. Make it a point that everything is inserted the way honorable members has. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable.
No, Neti.